Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Michael's Life Cycle, and I make videos about Detroit, and that's not necessarily all I make, but this video is going to be about Detroit, and basically today I'm going to be going over the best bars in Detroit and Metro Detroit to visit, especially if you're a tourist or even if you live in the city and you'd like to know some good bars to go to. These are the top 5 bars in my opinion in Metro Detroit. And if you stay until the end, I have one honorary mention to mention into the list because I think it's worth mentioning. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. And by the way, there's no order to this list. I know people want to see top 5, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But besides the number one that I'm going to tell you guys at the end, which I think is actually the best bar in Detroit, there's really no order to this list. So I think they're all worth checking out if you're into unique bars and just want to look for new places to explore in the city. But yeah, let's get right into it. So number 1 is Northern Lights Lounge, and I actually used to work at this bar back in the day as a barback. It's in Midtown Detroit, near Wayne State, near the Fisher Building, and it's a really cool spot. It's actually has the booths that are in the bar in the restaurant are actually the same booths that they had from back in like the 1920s, I believe, or something like that. But it's a really cool style bar. There's live music most days in the week. On Tuesdays, I believe Dennis Coffey comes to play, which is the guitarist for I forgot the band, but they made the song My Girl, The Temptations, I believe. I'm not sure. But Dennis Coffey comes to play on Tuesdays a lot, and it's just a really cool bar. There's a nice patio that you can hang out on. It's pretty much newly built patio, I think like 5 or 10 years ago. So it's just a cool spot to hang out at, especially at night. You'll get a lot of different types of crowds, from Wayne State students to city residents to people from outside the city. So you'll meet a lot of cool people there, and it's definitely worth checking out. Number 2 is Cliff Bells, and this one is in downtown Detroit, near the Fillmore Theater, near the ball field. It's a beautiful bar. I think it's one of the best looking bars in the city. They have live music there, but when you go in there, it just has like this magical feel, like almost like you're in the 50s or something. And it's just an amazing bar. It's really cool feel when you walk in there. The energy is great. Especially when they're playing jazz music. That's my favorite time to go in there, just because it's just such a classy vibe, especially the architecture in there. It's just a really cool spot to visit. If you're into more classy bars and things of that nature, Cliff Bells is definitely going to be your spot. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. That's why I got number 2 on my list of the top 5 bars in Detroit. Now number 3, this one is actually located in Royal Oak, Michigan, so it's about 20 or 25 minutes out of downtown. And it's Gusoline Alley. And Gusoline Alley, to me, is the best bar by far in Royal Oak, Michigan, just because it has a hometown vibe. The people that go in there are always chill. It's a nice bar to just go and hang out, and it's not over the top, not super designer or like cookie cutter, it's just a nice hometown feel where you can hang out with people. It's a pretty small bar, but the bartenders are great. They're always super nice. They're willing to talk to you about anything, and if you're looking for, not the most expensive prices, but just a good place to hang out, maybe meet some people, Gusoline Alley is definitely your spot, especially if you're into Royal Oak. If you like Royal Oak, I would recommend checking it out. Now, number 4 on this list is New Way Bar in Ferndale, Michigan. Now, this one kind of has similar vibes to Gusoline Alley, in my opinion. It's probably about 15 or 20 minutes from downtown Detroit. And if you're going through Ferndale, which I highly recommend checking out, it runs along Woodward Avenue. Right at the northern side of Ferndale is New Way Bar, and they have live music multiple days a week, I believe. But I definitely recommend checking it out when they have the live music, because there's some really good people that come into play there. I don't know who they are, but they know what they're doing for sure, and it's just a nice place to hang out. They have some arcade games, a pool table, and it's a really low-key bar, and it's just got the hometown vibes that I basically explained in Gusoline Alley. And the people that go there are always super chill. They like to they like to play live music. It's always a nice place to hang out. The bartenders are amazing. It's a pretty low-key spot as well, so that's why you'll see a lot of locals in there, especially if you're a tourist. Most tourists wouldn't end up in this type of bar for sure, because it's a pretty low-key spot, and that's why, you know, you guys are following the right channel for this type of content, because I'm giving you guys the lowdown on the real Detroit lifestyle and what the locals do. So if you want a nice bar that the locals of Ferndale or Royal Oak or around that area of the city they like to go to, New Way Bar is your spot. And last but not least, the #1 bar in my opinion in Detroit and Metro Detroit is Cafe de Mangos. Now this is located in downtown Detroit. To me, it's I wouldn't say by far, but to me it's the best bar in the city. There's nothing like it. They have live music every once in a while. I don't know how often they do it, but Cafe de Mangos has the best vibe of all the bars that I've ever been to. It's a very classy vibe. It's a pretty small bar, but it just has the coolest feel when you walk in there. It's hard to even explain. If you're into classy bars, like I said, with cliff bells and things like that, it's just a really low-key hometown bar that you won't see a lot of tourists in, I don't believe, because it's a really low-key bar. Like, it's hard to even find in the city, and it's just my favorite spot to go to if I'm going to a bar for a night. It had to take the #1 spot on my list just because the nights that I've had there are just the most memorable to me, and it's always a memorable time when you're going in there just because how unique the bar is, and the architecture and the buildings around the bar, and just all of it, especially the live music, the people, everything about it is just perfect. Like, it had to take #1 spot on this list, and yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. Cafe de Mangos, it has to be on your list of the next bar that you need to visit. Now, I did say at the beginning of this video that there would be an honorary mention if you made it to this part of the video. If you skip to this part of the video, then you're getting the honorary mention anyways. But this one I definitely wanted to add to the list, even though it's the 6th bar. It's not in my top 5, but I definitely wanted to add it to the list. It's actually the oldest jazz bar in the city. It's right off of 8 Mile Road in Detroit, and it's Baker's Keyboard Lounge. And it's a really cool spot if you're into jazz and jazz piano, anything like that. Baker's is your spot. They have a nice valet there that will park your car, and it's just a cool feel going in there. You won't find any tourists in there, and if you do, it's a very odd spot for a tourist to be because it's a very low-key bar. Most people in the city don't even know that it's the oldest jazz bar in the city. And if you're into classy vibes, if you're into jazz, Baker's is your spot. I know a lot of the bars that I listed have a more classy style vibe, and they're not very cookie cutter, like I don't know, you know what I mean. They're not like a cookie cutter bar where you just go in and you see sports on the TV or something. They're very classy and very unique bars, and that's what I like to look for when I'm looking for bars. And I believe Baker's deserves a mention on this list because it is the oldest jazz bar in the city, and it's right off of 8 Mile, although it's a super nice location with a valet, and it's just worth checking out. It's a nice hangout spot, especially if you're into jazz music, but it definitely deserves a mention on this list. But anyways, that was my list of the top 5 best bars in Detroit, including an honorary mention. If you feel like I missed anything and you want to mention another bar that's good to visit down below, please put it in the comment section and let me know, and let other people that are watching this video know, because obviously there's hundreds of bars in the city and I could be missing 1 or 2 as I haven't been to all of them. But yeah, if there's one that you'd like to mention, please put it in the comment section below. If you enjoy this type of video, please let me know, because I will make more of them. I have a lot of things that I know about Detroit and that I can add to give you guys value, especially if you're a tourist, if you're thinking about moving to the city. I like making these videos, so if you enjoy it, please let me know. And if you did enjoy it, consider liking or subscribing. That would be awesome. so far the people that have subscribed have basically been asking for this type of content, so I appreciate you guys that have subscribed so far. But that just about wraps it up. That's the top 5 bars in Detroit and Metro Detroit, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.